Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about summer vacations. My name is Justine Mays. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Jeff Andreezy, Tim Swyatt, and Kathy Cool.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello.
What's happening? Hey, everyone.
Hey-oh,
Felt like for a second there, she forgot your name, Steve.
Yeah.
My co-host,
It happened.
Steve Akeley.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do this very often. So
Oh no, you're good. Becca has a very
Yeah.
aggressive travel schedule, so yeah, you get pulled
Yeah,
in.
I think we've discussed this before. I said I would come out of retirement on special occasions if you were in like
I deemed
dire need.
Yeah, I deemed it a special occasion, so yeah, I was like, oh, good.
It's
Justine's
Sunday
back.
night.
Yeah, it's Sunday night. That's a special occasion.
That is special.
I mean, just because Becca's in Barbados right now.
Oh yeah, Becca's in Barbados.
Really?
Yeah. That's
Beautiful.
where she's at. Ah, yes, and her and Royce wearing their matching Rolexes. Royce, he wouldn't get on that. Lenny has a whiskey and watches private group on Facebook. If you're into watches, and he wouldn't be a part of it all. And now, and then I guess he finally got onto it, and then he calls me after I told him to get on this, and I sent him the invite to join and all this. He calls me. He's like, "You got to get on here, man. This is good." So he's been posting like crazy. So now he's showing off his watches. So yeah.
So what do they just post like whiskey?
Yeah,
and, like,
it's
a bottle of whiskey with their watch.
It's more about seeing what watches people have. Really, it's really just watches, but by people who like whiskey.
They don't care about the whiskey; they just want the watch.
It's more. I would say it's more watch focused. I know Tim and Jeff, you guys are both in there. It's more watch focused, really.
It's
right?
watch focus.
I was, then Lenny kicked me out because I showed my fancy Timex.
Did it have a calculator?
No, that was my Casio.
There's a lot of Timexes and stuff like that in there. I noticed. So yeah, Royce was like, "Oh, this is
my
kind of
digital
bullshit."
Casio retro watch out with the computer there, the keypad.
Yeah.
Right.
What kind of watch does Lenny have? I don't feel like
He's got a lot. Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah, he's got
a sickness.
Watches.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just feel like he just doesn't look like or seem like that.
Right? Don't you feel like Mr. Flannel would? Yeah, don't you feel like he'd be in one of those that has like a Levi jeans band and around it and stuff?
And you always talked about the
like
special band. He's
band
changing
or
bands
something.
out.
Well, he's got Rolexes, and he knows all about Rolexes, by the way. So if you post your Rolex, he'll judge you on is it cool, is it the best representation of that particular brand and model and stuff like that. He knows his shit when it comes to watches, which is weird. It does not fit his persona. But
My question is Ryan Thompson the billionaire on this? No.
No. We don't want him in there because he would just embarrass all of us with his watches. So yeah, the staff winding them in the morning.
Right.
Staff wearing it for him.
Yeah.
Yes. Just to keep it keep it charged.
This is chafing.
Yeah, I posted that thing, that cartoon that showed how many lines you have on the back of your feet, and you can tell if someone's a billionaire. But he wouldn't send a photo of his foot, so
he probably charges for them.
Probably,
yes,
probably.
He's probably got an OnlyFans for his
Right.
feet.
He's like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I wanted to post that in the group for confirmation. So I believe you could turn it around on me, say he doesn't want to send that because he doesn't want to show that he's not a billionaire. But I think the reverse. He is a billionaire.
He's trying to keep it quiet.
Trying to keep it down. Because that's what, if I was a billionaire, I would act like I don't want people to know. But in reality, I kind of would want you to know. I would be, would be like, very, oh, please stop.
I won't tell anyone, but you'll be able to tell.
Right. Please stop talking about all my riches. Yes. So
why don't I just take a picture of my foot and say it's Ryan Thompson's?
There you go. We'll see if
probably we're the same shoe size.
Yeah. I thought of my Tim. You had the question. What is yours? And I thought of mine too. So I'll use that.
Yours. We might as well save for another show because mine will suck and yours will be awesome.
No.
I feel like we just had a small talk about feet and watches.
No.
Feet but we got to keep going. This isn't official.
Yeah, this has the makings of an epic show here. Let's keep this going.
It's a special show.
All right, Tim. What do you got? What do you got, man?
Let everyone know I'm sober.
I can't wait to hear how Dreezy got cut out from the Whiskey and Watches group. That's awesome. So what the biggest annoying things I just got into this air fryer thing. I was just making dinner, and I just got into this air fryer thing, and the most annoying thing in the world is waiting for
having an air fryer
things to preheat.
Uh-huh.
So I set it for 400. It goes right to 109, which is not true. And you're like, okay, fine, it's heating up. But then it gets like to 350, 360. 365 and sure as shit. I'm like, okay, got to 395, and I'm waiting there for the thing to bing so I can put the chicken in.
Uh-huh.
And it goes to 398. Then it goes to 399. Then it goes to and I'm like, whoever programmed these damn things, preheating sucks.
Okay.
Preheating sucks.
Is there a question there? Or you're just it's just
I'm ranting. I'm ranting here. So
I didn't know you were supposed to preheat.
I don't preheat anything.
I don't preheat it either. I just stick the chicken in there and turn that sucker on.
I preheat to about 300. That's close enough.
That's close enough.
That's where I'm getting at. Do you preheat? Number one. Number two. Are you annoyed by modern appliances? Or am I just again probably unique? I'm going to say myself unique and not an asshat about this. Another thing that grinds my gears: preheating air fryers.
Yeah, I don't preheat. And first of all, I hate the air fryer. It's just the bane of my existence. I don't know why. It's nothing personal, but it's just another thing to take up counter space. My God, I wonder how much linear counter space I would need to accommodate all the little gadgets and stuff like that people use these days. I don't know. I don't like the air fryer, but that's not my thing. And I never preheat. So preheat for me would be like cooking a frozen pizza. And I turn on the oven, set it to the amount. It starts counting down like it's preheating. I don't care. I throw the pizza in. I figure it'll preheat with the pizza. Yeah.
You rebel.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Steve, I like the air fryer.
Okay.
But when the artist is moving in, and she's done a great job of keeping us organized, to get rid of it on the counter, it ended up in a basement closet. And
how often are you going to use it then? Yeah,
that is a long trip. I got to really want to use it, and then at that point,
the speed of the item is lost on the time it'll take you to go dig it out of the closet the basement.
Now it's an inconvenience.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I have some training that we need to get done. We'll come back to this question in a second. But the warden doesn't understand the concept of bunkering stuff. Like we decided, I put together a couple shelves. This goes back to early COVID days when toilet paper disappeared, and I built, put together. I didn't build them, but I put together, 2 shelves and put them together. And I said, this is the bunker area where you keep. So if this would ever happen again, something like this, you've got stuff down there, and so the warden loved the idea. She loves the bunker shelf down in the basement, but she doesn't know how to use it. Like she'll buy toilet paper from the grocery store, put it down in the bunker, and bring up 2 rolls and put that in her bathroom. And then when one goes down, then she's down to 1, and then when that runs out, then she'll go downstairs to get 2 more rolls and bring it up. That's not how you use it. The bunker is so you have back overstock inventory. You're not using it. Upstairs, you load up underneath the sink with 40 rolls or whatever will go in there. And when that gets down to 38, you buy more and put it there. And the bunker's just 100% overflow or extra as needed. It's not for storage of, you have 2 in the bathroom. That's ridiculous.
That's the only way to do
many
it.
bottles? Yeah. How many bottles of bourbon do you have down there, and what are they?
There's not, no, I don't have any in the bunker. No, my bunker's everywhere else. So yes, yeah, all over the house.
He doesn't know what all he has.
This is true. This is true. It's gotten better through the years. I mean, I can't say it's good, Justine, but it's gotten better, right? I mean,
I know. I looked in your little podcast area when I was there last time.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen it as many times as I've been at your house.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't. Well, maybe once. Well, no, because we podcast that time.
Didn't we sit together one time? Or I know I sat there with Becca once.
You sat with Becca eating pizza one night.
Right.
I don't know. But anyways, I looked at it.
It's better.
While I was there. Yeah. There's no way you can know what you have.
No. There's a lot there.
You get to a point where there's so much whiskey all over the floor, and bathroom whiskey, and countertop whiskey,
shower whiskey.
Yeah, it's just enough. You're just like, inventory is ludicrous. Forget it.
Yeah. So, but she doesn't know how to use a bunker, right? That's the consensus. Does anybody want to stray from that?
That's completely wrong.
Okay, good. She listens to the show, so she'll learn that lesson from that. When it comes from me, it doesn't even matter. It's like, you're just being annoying. But then if she hears it from others, she'll be like, oh, okay. So Tim says this, and Kathy, and Justine, and Jeff. Oh, yeah, I'll do that then. Yeah.
Yes.
She listens to you people.
Kathy absolutely said this too. Well, they agree.
I still am using a paper towel that I bought during COVID. From my bunker.
Yeah.
I still have paper towel down there and Clorox wipes.
I
was the hoarder of those.
That's why naturally we were in trouble.
Paper.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. I've worked through the toilet paper, and I need to start doing that again. I just buy it as I need it now, but
yeah.
Shipments diverted to Holt, Michigan. Now we know why.
That's what I called Schnooks. They're like, we just send a bunch of it up to Holt. So I was like, oh, okay. I get it. Yeah. Kathy, whatever Tim's question was about the counter space and
preheating.
Preheating and air frying is the most annoying thing. Don't tell me it takes that long to preheat.
Right.
I don't preheat the air fryer at all.
Okay.
I barely preheat the oven.
Right.
So I figure I just add a couple minutes to whatever the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, isn't that? Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I'm not like a really good cook. So,
okay.
And I don't bake anymore. Like, I think when you're baking, you need to have those, because that's more science. Have those things,
Yeah.
Aged in. But
True. Yeah.
My extent, there's no preheating.
What about you, Justine? Do you preheat?
I do not preheat, and I love my air fryer.
Loves the air fryer. Okay.
Since I got my air fryer, I think I've used my outdoor grill once, and I can't tell you the last time I turned my oven on.
That is a crime.
So, KK, when the new guy's making slice cookies, does he do those on a stone? Because you got to preheat the stone.
He slices and bakes. So
slice and bake. Does he preheat the stone? That's a question that I want answered.
Yes, he preheats the oven.
What about a stone? Does he cook them on a stone? And if so, does he
leave the stone in there during preheating? Is what he has to do.
You got to get that stone up to temp.
The stone has to be at temp. Okay. Does he use a stone, Kathy?
No, I have no idea why you guys would think he's using rocks to make cookies, but no.
Well, not like a rock, but like a pizza stone.
It's a pizza stone.
Yeah.
He doesn't use pizza stones. He uses cookie sheets.
Okay. Yeah. Like this kind that they sell at women's parties.
Yes.
Mostly
Pampered
the kind
Chef.
they sell at
Pampered
Target.
Chef, yep.
No. Yeah, that was a total woman thing when they were like, oh, it's Pampered Chef, and it's how do they scam you ladies on this? We have two ladies. How do these companies scam the ladies where they like get together and buy? It is all there's candles, there's other things,
Yes.
bedroom things. There's all these things, but it's always there's never like a dude thing where we get together and we buy stuff from one member of our dude group. We don't do that. That's not a thing.
No.
Steve,
That's a lady scam.
Maybe
That's a
you
lady
should
scam.
start it now.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe it'd be a good
Probably
idea.
a
I don't
market
know.
for it.
Like
this is
home cigar parties or home, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Steve. I have a confession to make.
Okay. You went
So
to a
when I was
Pampered
in-
Chef party, or you were a Pampered
no, when
Chef
I was-
rep? You were an
when I
Avon
was
guy.
in-
You were once
When
an
I
Avon
was
guy?
in Mary Kay, I got a pink.
Mary Kay. See all
Oh,
these
so
things.
that's where you got the
No,
thong
when,
from.
when,
You
when I
bought
was
so
in
much you
South-
got the thong from there for the whale tail? I get it now.
yeah,
Makes
when I
sense.
was in South Dakota, prior to the Deuce, it being in my life, I hosted a Pampered Chef party.
You were doing it just to try to fire on the ladies, though.
I
know
know
what you were doing. 100%.
Women.
You were single. You're like, oh, I get a bunch of ladies in my house here.
This is how we did it. All that
I-
like the bait. This is
I'm
great.
halfway there. I'm only
I-
like just 12 feet from my bedroom. I've got them all in here. I'm so close. Yeah, I know
Line
what
them
you're
all up.
doing. Give me.
hold on now. I invited couples and we turned it into a drinking party and stuff. And I that lady made all kinds of money off us because, like you said, you start drinking and you start
you turn into
breaking out the
Rockefeller.
wallet. And
It's a rock.
It's like a swingers
I
party.
know.
more
I was
than
just wondering, like, what does Pampered Chef have? Like a key bowl?
Any pineapple themed merchandise?
Very nice, very nice. Well, Tim, I hope that helped. You don't need to preheat, and I think you need to do with that air fryer what our friend Jeff here has done. Put that in a basement cabinet, and if you decide you really need it, you can go down and get it. You have access to it, but yeah. So there you go.
Oh, thank you for my therapy session.
All right. On that
anytime.
note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with our very own Justine Mays, a regular co-host at this point.
That's what you
Fully
think.
out of retirement.
Did you see the eyes? I got the darts, you know.
I have a Yellowstone family recipe.
Okay, very good. Very good. Could be enough. We'll see what happens. KK's next.
I have a Yellowstone. Mine is the rum cask finished.
Okay, I like that one. I like the family one too. What the hell?
Excuse me.
Well, there's a bonus pop in there. Did I hear something? Tim, you'll have to investigate that. I heard a pop. I'm telling you.
I didn't hear anything.
I mean, it wasn't
take it.
award winning, but can you at least let me pop the bottle?
Sorry.
Jibber jabber like a bunch of hens.
No respect at all. I'll tell you. All
I
right.
did hear a pop though. And
Key
it
West
wasn't,
Cox.
So Justine has the lead. Though I'll tell you what, the random one I heard, the
was
phantom one, was might have beat Justine's, but no one's owning up to it. So yeah, Tim, you'll have to investigate that when this comes out. There was another pop in there. I'm telling you.
Was it a pop or I set my bottle down on my wood floor? Was it that?
Oh,
sounded like a pop.
It sounded like a pop. It sounded like a cork pop to me, but I don't know, Tim. You'll have to do
To investigate.
very significant investigation.
Open up an inquiry.
Now, in the meantime, it's your turn, Tim.
All right, let me finish third here. I'm going to start with a Peerless Double Oaked.
Okay.
Slide on the set.
He talked over his
Sure,
own.
Bob, it was supposed to go. I was waiting, and then it just went. No.
Somebody talked over it. Was that Tim?
Yeah, that was Tim. He talked over his own. Yeah, that was him.
Yes, I talked over my own premature poppage. That was problem. That's problematic.
That's
I'm going to have to talk to
problematic.
the quality assurance department over at Peerless on this one.
Okay, that's their fault. Yeah. All
Yes.
right. Jeff, you're
100%.
next. You're next.
Well, I'm gonna stick with the theme of the show, and I'm looking for some things to do this summer. And this is a hint. I've got the Dark Arts Blunt blend.
Okay. All right. No.
Whoa.
Wow. There was also a tidal wave behind that, so I hope the tsunami hit, but I hope you're all right, Jeff. Are you okay?
Justine, I need some of those paper towels.
Okay, I'll send them to you.
Ship them over.
Be out in the mail tomorrow.
This has been kind of a crazy one. I've got some dark arts too. I've got the Napa Cab Finish, aka the Key West pick. So let's see what we got here. All right. Damn it! Nope. It was also sloshy.
Yeah, slosh.
We got to talk to Macaulay about that. This is clearly his fault. So yes. Justine sent me one roll of those too. So.
Okay.
My hand. Look at my hand. It's all done. All right. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
All right. We'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about our summer vacations, and will bourbon be incorporated? We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Are you starting?
Yeah, of course. This will sound like good conversation for the show.
Jesus.
You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Making a damn bumper.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Today on the show, we are talking about our summer vacations.
Yes, we are. Summer vacations. What are you guys doing this summer? Anything exciting?
I'm coming to St. Louis in July.
What the hell was that? It sounded like another cork pop with slosh.
No, it was me laughing because nobody was saying anything.
Okay.
And I was like,
Justine's coming to St. Louis. That's a good thing, right? She'll be here. Yeah. That's definitely going to incorporate. I tell you what, you're coming in for the third anniversary party. I'm trying to make this third anniversary party like the hottest thing going. So I've got 25 brands that are going to be pouring.
Oh, wow.
I may be representing one of them.
Yeah, I set that up. So
yep.
Hopefully that works out because, he can't do Saturday. So, yes, hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully
25 brands.
25. Now, it doesn't mean there's 25 So we're using some distributors, so obviously they have like 7 or 8, at their table. So we couldn't fit 25 different people pouring in the thing that we've got, but there's going to be somewhere it's going to be, one person's pouring for multiple brands, which is cool. But we have some different ones too. We got Willett's going to be there.
Wow.
Dark Arts is going to be there. And then I've got an extensive list of bourbon celebrities that are going to be there, and I'm trying to get Macaulay. We'll see. He's a hard man to pin down, but I hope that I can get him personally to be there. And then Royce and Becca are going to be there. So a lot of other big names.
Sounds
too.
awesome, Steve.
It's going to be.
Have you thought about talking to the ownership of the building and maybe taking out some of the parking lot too as well for this one, extending to there, or would Modica shut that down too?
He ain't shut it down. He'd shut the goddamn thing down. He's Mr. Buzzkill. Yeah, he would.
That's what I thought.
I mean, goddamn, he has nothing to do with the business. If someone forgot to tell him that, he just shuts down my kite event. Says, "No, you're not going to be able to do that. That's you got liabilities with the wires, and I mean, and again, I can't say he's wrong. I just let somebody go out and have fun. I mean,
Yeah, come on.
yeah,
Until someone gets electrocuted.
right.
Right.
Well, that's always the thing. I mean, I had to deal with lawyers all the time. I worked in the moving business, which there's a lot of moving parts to that. And, we'd have to bring down the lawyers, and they tell you a million reasons why you can't do anything. It's like, I'm afraid to get out of bed, if you get a lawyer involved, because, you can get hurt. This could happen. Who's going to be responsible when that happens? It's like, Jesus Christ, of course, a million things can happen. I can get hit by a bus on the way to the kite day and get killed, too. But
You know what also could happen? You could have some fun.
right, exactly.
God damn it. See, we have a little fun here. We can't head to 0, people.
Right.
Modica.
Yeah.
Steve, you need to have a jarts tournament.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, we're talking.
Maybe we'll
That's
do
why
that.
you tie keys to the kite strings. Didn't we learn anything from Ben Franklin? You'll be fine.
Could you imagine? I had it all lined up to have me that Blue Angels kite flying down Jeffco Boulevard. That would have been a thing of beauty. I'll tell you what. That would have been like an air show. That would have been a highlight of the year for the folks of Arnold. They would have been
Made the
whoa.
local newspaper.
Oh yeah. Could have been big for me, but he shut it down.
And the police report, as Matt would have said.
Yes. And what he replaced it with? An event for him. He's like, oh, well, let's not do that, but I'll bring in R2D2, and I'll bring in him. We can do photos with R2 and stuff. So I know what he did to me. Yeah. Self-promotion. Yeah.
So summer vacations. Unfortunately, on July 12th, I'm going to be in the pit watching Dave Matthews Band in Noblesville, Indiana. And then the next weekend after that, I will be in St. Louis, moving the middle child into his first apartment.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. So I'll be a week late, as usual.
You miss it by a week. Okay.
Did you ever see the episode of House?
Oh, God.
With him as the patient?
With Dave Matthews?
I probably have. I have to watch. I want to go back. It's one of the shows I want to go back and start from the beginning on, because that thing's classic. House was great.
Steve is having a heart attack right now.
No, I'm just going to let it go. I got to let it go. My doctor tells me I got to let these things go, even though I don't have a doctor. But if I did, the doctor would tell me to let stuff go. I'm sure. So I'm just trying to be proactive.
In anger?
If I get a doctor, they're going to be like, you got to let things go. I'll be like, I've already thought about this. I've let stuff go. And then I'll provide this show as an example. So how I've made progress.
First of all, Dave Matthews Band. Number 2, House. Both those sets him off right off the bat.
Yeah, I don't like Dave Matthews, and I don't like House for sure. So.
And Marching, what a great song.
Dave Matthews. I mean, are you worried at all, Tim, about Dave Matthews shitting on you? Didn't he shit on a bunch of people?
He shit all over the Chicago River. Yes, yes, he did. Yes, the tour bus driving over it. One of the tourist boats that's driving underneath or floating underneath.
Could you imagine? And they're like, "Oh, you should be proud of that. That's Dave Matthews' feces on you."
That's right.
Oh my word!
Baptized.
No.
I don't.
Hey, some guy. It was the driver that hit the button, so it wasn't even the band. The band was high on.
I never would think that Dave was driving the bus or controlling the fecal button.
Didn't have the lever.
Yeah,
the ejector.
Never did that cross my mind, but yeah.
But I didn't have liquid shit, chemical toilet all over me.
Yeah. You know who had to pay the fines and all that? It wasn't the bus driver. And I'm sure there was probably lawsuits too. I mean,
they finally settled. Unless maybe 2-3 years ago. It was very recent that they finally settled that whole thing, and the fines were paid, damages were paid, and everybody got their piece of flesh and moved along.
Yeah.
The concert promoter should have paid.
Somebody should have paid. Well, I'm glad it didn't happen to me. I can't handle anything. Touch the lid of the trash can.
Let it go.
No. Yeah. I mean, I touched the lid of the trash can, and I got to wash my hands like 10 times. I can't imagine if I had Dave Matthews shit on me, what I'd have to do. I don't even know what the ritual is. I can't even. I would assume I would just be like, go get me a bunch of Everclear, and I got to start a process here. So yeah.
So how many sugar scrubs you probably go to? You have sugar scrubs,
send us some Clorox wipes.
Yeah. I do.
Justine's got them.
Clorox wipes. So yeah, that'd be good.
So I don't know if I have any bourbon vacations this year. I've got a fishing trip coming up to Canada, and I'll certainly bring some.
Okay.
But the new guy that's going this year, different than KK's new guy, our new guy, he's a rum drinker. So I don't know if I'll get him involved in any.
They're easy to flip.
Aren't you coming to Kentucky with me at some point, Jeff?
Yes, I believe
that's
so.
over the summer. Summer goes through like September 20th or some shit. So
there's that the summer. Yeah, that counts. Plus Wisconsin, I'm going to take a couple of days off and head over there for a couple of picks. So that's
may crash that one, by the way. I may just show up.
Just show up the Wisconsin one. Okay.
Yes. Get a vote, and then I've got
Wisconsin too.
Yeah, you can come to Wisconsin.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I've got a
100%. We're doing two great ones. We're doing Dancing Goat and
Wallersham.
Yeah, those are the best
that's
two.
Going to be awesome.
I like those two the best out of. I mean, I like four of them up there, but my two favorites are those two.
Those are good.
Those are two of my favorites in the whole world. Yeah, they're up there.
I got a class reunion. I talked about that before, and I'll bring some. We'll have some there, and then the artist has a family reunion out in Idaho.
Okay.
And
not Idaho.
If I want to have any.
Idaho.
If I want good bourbon, I'm gonna have to bring it with because I don't really know if we'll have a chance even to swing in Missoula anywhere on our way over there. So.
Okay, just bring your bourbon with you. A bunch of potatoes are going to be served, I'm sure, in Idaho.
Yes,
I think so.
Yeah. KK, you taking any vacations or anything?
No. Not really.
How come? What's going on with you?
I know, right? Boring.
You're just boring.
Okay.
Is new guy working? So because he has to drive you, and you're the passenger princess, right?
Oh God, I hate that.
It takes care of everything.
I hate being.
He takes care of you. Well, I know he does all the planning just because he's OCD and he has to know exactly what you're doing. Like, all right, let's enjoy a lunch from 4:17 to 4:47, and then we'll move on to our next activity.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going in 2 weeks over to Kentucky to finish the Bourbon Trail book.
Okay.
There you go.
That's awesome.
That's a nice packed 4 days.
Okay. I might be there at the same time as you. We'll have to see. I'm going to be in Kentucky.
I mean, we're going through Louisville Thursday night, so we're going to call up the Robinsons and hit the bistro, I think, for dinner.
The bistro, yes.
The bistro.
I heard they have a good pork chop.
Yes.
Hey, you get the pork chop, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Summer vacations?
Nothing planned.
Nothing, okay. I don't know if we've got, I mean, obviously we got the thing at Royce's, the
bootlegger.
The bootlegger. We'll probably get some more things going on too. I don't know what that is yet, though. I'll have to figure that out. So, but
when's that 3-chamber coming?
That'll be a thing. I'm sure a lot of us will be at that. That's supposed to be delivered in June, but
July, August time frame.
Right? Somewhere in there. Yeah. That's going to be one you want to go to because it's going to, he's inviting all the distillers in the area and stuff. So,
yeah, that's awesome. We, I don't know if I had shared earlier, I have a new boss now at work, and I've been really heavily supported, and she's no concerns when I want to get out of the office for a couple of days. So I'm going to try to make the most of that opportunity.
Okay. The summer of Jeff. There you go.
The summer of Jeff.
Nice. Work on that 10.
Oh, it's going to be nice.
To balmy South Dakota.
Especially with the warm climate in Idaho.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Flip-flops. He'll be in his flip-flops. He's in balmy South Dakota. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Palm trees swaying.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right, there you go. There's a little bit about our summer vacations, what we got going on. Very, very exciting.
That was a great group to pull together.
Great show, guys.
I think it was a great show. We touched on a lot of topics. You think about what we talked very little about summer vacations, but about a lot of other cool stuff. So I think it worked. I think the show in Bourbon Daily fashion worked. So there you go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, here's a show about bourbon. Let me listen to this one. Summer vacations. Oh, interesting. All right, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo. Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
Okay, KK.
You can find me on Instagram at KK Cask Strength.
Tim.
Find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112 and on YouTube at our flagship whiskey.
All right. Regular co-host Justine.
Out of retirement, fully employed again.
Fully employed. Does that mean I get paid?
I'm back, baby.
I'm back.
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop. You never know what's going on. We got a lot of exciting and fun things happening. Maybe you can build a summer vacation by coming to St. Louis and seeing what we've got going on. And I can point you in the direction of a lot of cool other stuff you can do. You can go hang out with Kathy one day and stuff like that. Track her, what she's got going on. The good news about that is you'll be well rested. You'll be tucked into bed by about 8 o'clock. So,
yes.
Yeah.
If you're a single digit person, you got it right with Kathy.
There you go. So come by and see us. So, anything else to say before we get out of here, Justine?
I would just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments that helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. Also, if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Hey, everyone.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.